Welcome back to Maine for the Maine State Championships, Round 2, Part 2, lead card action. Ian Anderson sitting next to Zoe Andike.
Hey, everybody.
You saw your lead card. It's been a really fun track. I love this course. I've carved a gem in the woods.
Yeah, Bittersweet is definitely probably one of the biggest challenges I've ever seen out of disc golf. And if you're peering those lines and scoring well at Bittersweet, you can hang your chips up at the end of the day and feel good about your golf.
Agreed. Agreed. Josh DiBattista leading the crew, but his lead has been cut to 1, I believe. We are looking at hole 10, par 4, Zoe.
Incredibly downhill, 479 feet. Off to, if you're on just off the left of the fairway, you're probably going to be able to find a gap. Super drastically right or left, not good. So this is a newer hole. They've changed the pin location. Yeah, I was going to say, as I'm waiting for the drone to fly through all of these thickly wooded trees, it's just tough. You've got to do some weaving, a little bit of poke and pray here.
Cooper has the box after that birdie on 9.
But everybody likes throwing downhill, so you got to think.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. The fun factor is there.
Yeah, huge shot from Legee. Goodpasture. You like it?
I love it. Yeah, I mean, these guys are finding the base of the hill. You're going to see from both of those shots, it's still very hard to find the line to the basket.
DiBattista. Ooh, catches one on the way in. He'll have a longer up than the rest. Bell.
Getting aggressive and hoping to find a way through those woods.
Ooh, it seems like it's getting a nice roll down the hill.
Yeah, actually, I think he's almost back to the edge of the fairway there.
Over to DiBattista, his second. Work left to do.
Lacing it most of the way through there. That basket is just incredibly hard of a location. He's got a putt, though.
It is way up there. He looks like he's out in circle 2. Bell. Let's see if he can find circle 1.
I love this camera angle.
Oh, a root. Looks pretty close, though. I'll give him circle 1 there. Legee. You can see the basket top left.
Probably the best position so far we've seen.
Yeah, not bad.
Still a bit of work to do.
A little skittle away at the end there. Goodpasture.
Even with his favorite turnover shot, I think he's close enough to the basket, though, to tap it in.
Okay. DiBattista. Birdie look from below. And pushes that wide.
And that's the tricky part about uphill and downhill putts, which this course provides on every single green. You can be just barely off your mark, even though your putt is perfect height.
Cooper.
Oh, it stays in there for the birdie.
That's a turkey for Legee. Goodpasture. Zoe, this is for a share of the lead.
Here we go, because everybody's one stroke apart right now.
Oh, just stay there. That was
Oh, man, just low for Charlie.
Bell to tie Cooper again.
good job.
He does. Great battle here. DiBattista out in front by 1. Everyone else within 2.
Tricky stance even for the tap
That is
in.
pretty interesting with all these routes here. But they put home those pars no problem, and they're going to be on to hole 11 here.
I know it was trying to climb its way out, but nope. was a good basket.
Nice
Stayed
action
in
there. Looking at 11, Zoe.
Par 3, 282 feet. Very downhill. And I mean very downhill. So, again, I'm going to give 15 feet wide at the widest. Probably more like 7 and 8 feet wide through a few spaces. I would call that a straight shot that you just want to fade out.
Okay.
You can do some weaving work with a sidearm right-handed shot as well. It's on a spine, though. You can see the right-hand side. Very drastic drop-off.
You do not get easy greens on this course, do you?
Never, never, never.
Cooper, coming off a turkey right now. He's going to have a chance to snag 4 in a row.
I like that spot. A lot of trees there, but still a chance.
Matt Bell. He's going to have a look. Not sure.
It's hard to tell where exactly where
Yeah.
that landed, but close enough.
Goodpasture.
All right.
Same thing there. I think it probably went a little bit further left than what he was planning.
Okay. DiBattista.
I like the shape on this. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what those looks are. You can see those trees right by the basket. There's like 6 of them that are guarding it. You're going to have to throw a round putt at it.
Goodpasture wanting no part of that long birdie look. Smartly lays up DiBattista for a 2-stroke lead. Cage. Cooper for 4 in a row. And to be within 1 of the lead.
Just high. All the effort was there. He's had his putter pretty on today.
Matt Bell for a share of 2nd.
And he gets it. Matt Bell's putt is dialed back in. We saw Debo yesterday pretty much make every putt but like the last couple. Today, though, he's having a little bit of trouble high and low.
Mm-hmm. There is Cooper sliding that one in. Goodpasture and DiBattista.
And not just him, really. The entire field. Again, with the elevation, that really does provide the challenge. Being off your mark is just so easy when the stance and the footing are off.
Yeah. This course provides interesting looks with all this up and down, the roots. A lot of
that
challenges.
through the trees.
Matt Bell, no problem, though. What a great make. Looks like we're flying 12, Zoe.
It's only 185-foot par 3, but it's straight uphill. I actually disced up. I'm sure these guys are throwing a mid, some maybe a putter, but I threw a fairway driver to the top of this hill, and it was like all of the disc I needed. Something to hyzer flip up. I think one could throw a sidearm, but that hallway is so narrow. Even though that basket doesn't seem that far away, drastically uphill.
And some tiny late gaps, too.
Yeah.
Matt Bell with the box. 1 off the lead.
Oh, no, excuse me. This is not the one I disced up to a fairway driver. That comes later in the course. I have to correct that, yeah.
Cooper. Finding the gaps. Catch the last one on the way
I
in.
think he got the last one, but that's a putt.
It's got to be close. Goodpasture. Also catching a late tree, but also very close. And DiBattista, bit of a slowdown lately. All pars here on the back 9. Back 10 even.
And that had great shape. Nice little bounce out. He'll have a straddle putt there.
Interesting look here for Matt Bell. Very aggressive with the putts, though.
Low ceiling
just low, darn it, with that uphill. Not quite.
Cooper, looking at 2.
And the birdie is so important here, 185 feet. Now that I'm remembering exactly which hole this one is, you feel like it's a must get.
Yeah. DiBattista. Oh.
Oh, no.
What was that?
That looked like it was just rushed.
I agree. He did look like he rushed that one just a little bit.
I mean, that one too, but at least it was only 2 arms lengths away.
Yeah, sure.
Darn it.
Charlie for a share of the lead.
A costly mistake there
Yeah.
for Debo. And yes, now we have got a tie race.
Mm-hmm. And just 1 stroke behind, you'll find Matt Bell and Cooper Legee. This is great.
It's tight.
Cooper sliding in this nice birdie. Finding the pole. Quick word from our sponsors. Back in just a bit.
When I walk up to the tee, I have these game plans. I think I'm gonna land in these same areas every single time, but you never know. Having the Bushnell rangefinder, no matter where I land, gives me that extra level of confidence.
Back to the Maine States action. Hole 13, Zoe.
It's a par 3, 234 feet. All downhill. You've got to land something. There's a little bit of water deep, but I think it's casual water. It's not like an OB creek. It just casual and muddy. You got to land something short. The dance floor's pretty big, and the trees are a little bit more spread out for this course. I feel like you can straddle out from any of those easily.
Legee with the box, 1 off the lead. Ooh.
And he's on the other side of that little kind of creek bed.
It's like a circle 2 putt.
Uh-huh.
Goodpasture. Berging it down the hill.
Good height on this. Can it land? Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just at the edge of circle 1, I believe.
I'll give him that.
Look at those beautiful mushrooms and fungus on the tree
Really? I
next to
didn't
the
see that.
basket.
Oh, I'm
yeah.
Check it out on Matt Bell's shot here. Oh, nice. That is cool.
Yeah, this place is just so scenic. Many, many types of life all over the course.
DiBattista. And just square on that one.
It's just so hard to hit the line off of any of these tee shots.
DiBattista. Long birdie look.
Heisering through some trees, no doubt. Tough shot there.
Matt Bell. You know he'll give it a chance.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's more than a
In
chance.
the air, I was just like, man, that looks good. Look at that smile.
That was sick. Matt Bell.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
And that's where you're going to get a little bit of like an energy boost and a little charge up from that circle too.
That was for sure the lead too. Bam. Flexed it perfectly.
And a share of the lead, like you said. The juices are flowing. Watch out. We have a battle.
3-way tie at the top. And this man just won back, looking to join the crew. Too much hyzer on that one. Fades out early. Goodpasture. Well, Okay.
An important make there for Charlie as well to answer back.
Takes the lead. As DiBattista looking at par.
Takes no time at all. I love it.
Yep. Cooper, this will be his par. And Charlie, a stroke lead over DiBattista and Bell now. This putt from Charlie earns him that one-stroke lead on the pole. Oh, not quite, but good enough. Where are we going, Zoe?
Now, this is quite a bit uphill before a very long fairway. It's a par 5, you guys, 743 feet. I'm interested to see what path the drone flies because the fairway isn't super obvious from the tee box. Right when you get to the crest here to the hill, now we've found a fairway. Off to the right, there's a little bit of an alternative fairway, super far right, and anything left is no good. Got to be able to land something in the middle all the way down. You can place, after a fairway driver or mid to the top, you've got to have a controlled disc again all the way along the spine just to get yourself a putt.
Again, like a little keyhole into the green, too.
Yeah.
Those late gaps. Goodpasture. A stroke lead in the box.
And
Yep.
I like the
You
shape
like
of
that?
that. Yeah, because you want it to get off to the left if you're throwing the right-handed backhand shot.
Bell next.
Good shape as well.
We'll give it to you. I liked it.
I think he likes it.
Legee. Seems like that'll work if the rest did. Oh, a little bit of roll, but hopefully no harm. DiBattista, one off the lead. More inside than the rest.
Yeah, that one was. It'll be interesting. He could be a little pinched off on the left there. This is a blind shot here for Legee, but he's in the fairway.
And looks like he'll stay in the fairway for the most part. Yeah, he's good. DiBattista, his second.
And he's got to look for a placement shot here.
Looks like he tried to keep it low. It did leak, but kicked nicely. Edge of?
Not too bad.
Yeah. Bell. Oh, the drive looks great.
Yeah, this is exactly where you want to be. Textbook placement.
Fires it down the hallway. Slight underturn, Zoe.
Oh, and I was going to say there's a log pile. If you're deep of it, I think that there could be some trouble, but you can hyzer back up into the fairway.
Yeah. Goodpasture.
Also had an attackable position.
Yeah, great.
but just a little pulled.
Oh, kicking a little off the fairway left there. Looking at Cooper's third. He needed that to flip, did he not?
He definitely did. Needed the straight length out of that and didn't get it.
Did not get a nice kick, it looked like either. DiBattista, his third.
And if, he hits this line well shaped.
Oh, just needed a little more coast on that. Still good, though.
And I think the edge
Oh.
of just outside of the circle there.
Mm-hmm. Cooper, throwing 4. Almost back on the fairway.
I think so. I honestly couldn't even speak to where that spot was.
Yeah, I think
Haven't
short
been there.
and right. Yeah, this is Goodpasture throwing 3. Let's see if we can set up a birdie look. Yes, he can.
Wow.
Oh, stop. Okay, good enough. Hopefully.
And this is the type of course where you really need to have at least walked it beforehand or played
Oh
it a
my
couple of
gosh.
times.
True words, Zoe. Matt Bell, the reach out forehand, finds a tree, but thankfully on the fairway. Back over to Cooper throwing 5.
Holes like this could just eat somebody's scorecard for
Ugh,
dinner
seriously.
if you didn't have your landing zones or the hole broken down.
Long birdie look for Bell. That'll be a par. DiBattista with a birdie look as well. This one much closer.
And he's found his mark.
There he is. He's back. Goodpasture. I believe this to regain his one-stroke lead.
Just short, Ian. I thought that was going in.
Yeah, the line is fantastic.
Tap it in.
Charlie's going to drop in, I think, a par. Yeah, it is. Bell with a par and Legee with a bogey.
A little more change up there. That was a big one for Debo to get so he could get back into the lead with Charlie. Tied up at 15 down.
Look at that follow through. Look at that pole hit. Perfect putt. Up next, hole 15, par 3, 332 in the woods.
And we've got a really narrow gap to get out and stay in. The fairway almost just looks very unfair here, but this is no doubt a really fun hole. We've got some elevation drop. As long as you can just play kind of a slow panning disc or a disc that can stay as straight as possible, you're going to have a good look.
Okay. What an interesting shape on this one. Almost looks like a hyzer flip to late fade. Wow. Technical shot demanded. DiBattista. Oh.
This is pretty epic. He's on the edge there of the
Okay.
fairway. I love that.
That was shaped beautifully. Goodpasture. Underturned, but gets nearly pin high.
Yeah, that side hill provides like some good forward ground action.
Yeah, true. Bell.
Wow. That disc had some late fade.
Oh, he had the shape nailed perfectly, but also nailed the tree on the way in. Long look at two coming his way, and Legee looking to bounce back off that bogey on the last. Just a hair low.
I was hoping, it would get some roll. Darn it.
So I'll have a little work to get up and down and save the par. Here that is. It looks like a putt coming his way.
I think so.
Goodpasture for two.
Hyzer putt through the trees.
I like that little half go action. If it hyzers in or fades in, nice, but if not, it's just right there. DiBattista, long birdie look.
Get in there. Get it.
Ooh,
I mean, that guy, his putting is on.
strong.
Tons of spin.
Cooper
Very versatile.
to save three.
Right
Awesome
in the middle.
putt.
Yep, right in the middle. That was quite a bit uphill, too.
Yes, very much so. Bell. Birdie look. Hey, he's got to share the lead.
There you go. And it looks like he got pretty much pin high right there.
Yeah,
That drive snuck way up.
it was. DiBattista. There is a par. Goodpasture par as well. Got a three-way tie.
Very difficult hole to get the birdie on, so three-way tie earned indeed.
The deep knee bends paying off for Legee. Quick commercial break. Back in just a bit.
We love and understand plants. Let our passion excite you too.
Welcome back to the action. Hole 16 on your screen.
It's a par 3, 363 feet. Going downhill before we're going uphill, but really just flying it straight and probably choosing an understable driver. High-speed driver is actually acceptable as well. You got to get pretty far up this hill, and it's 363, so imagine it playing like 450, 425.
Looks like a
something
big
that.
pull.
Yeah.
A lot of trees to miss as usual. Hopefully the crew up to the task. Bell has the box. A little more turn than he wanted.
I think just a little more turn, yeah, and he needed some more height to actually get a putt.
DiBattista.
That is so uphill. These are great shots.
Yeah. Goodpasture. That's right around there where DiBattista is.
Also in a good place to approach.
Legee. Door open with a good drive to grab a stroke on the card. He could use one. That's not going to do it, though.
Released low, but in the fairway.
Yeah, that's the silver lining on that cloud. Legee's second.
That was perfect. That's all he needed.
I got to imagine there weren't a ton of twos on this one.
No, absolutely. I imagine there was one on the weekend.
Yeah.
I could see some big arms getting up there, and like, what a feat to get that to.
Goodpasture. It's a little work left on that part, but
Mountains here.
Matt Bell. Oh yeah, you did research in between rounds for us, Zoe. What was that?
So in the first round, Oz did a quick drop to the knee and captured some range inside of the circle, but it was actually outside of the circle. He was just checking range on the putt.
just for funsies though.
He
right?
had the
Just playing-
time.
just playing around.
Yeah.
Nice.
A lot of class and character out of that guy.
Goodpasture to save 3.
Charlie Cage at it again.
Off the cage, a bogey coming for Charlie. Bell. Par save.
Answers to the pressure, whereas Charlie will now fall back one from the lead.
Cooper. Yeah, he cleans up the 3 nicely. DiBattista should do the same here. And Goodpasture will drop back into 3rd, thanks to that bogey. Slow-mo look at DiBattista. Looks classically nice disc golf form.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Very clean, very smooth. I feel like that about all of his shots, actually. Very repeatable. Hole 17, par 3, 307 feet. This is downhill and oh so drastically left. So pick your gap or pick throwing up over the top of the trees. But this is nothing but a nice bowl, green, backstop. Get yourself down there. You've got a putt.
I really like this. This looks like a fun one.
It is very left, though. Maybe more than 90 degrees.
Oh, dang. Bell. Keeping it low, keeping it spiky. Wow, it is way over there.
Yeah, Velcro grass didn't give him any skip there, but he's got a circle 2 putt.
Yeah, DiBattista.
Think he's going up and over.
It looks like it, huh?
Very doable shot.
Seems like you got more time to move left as well. When he moves left nicely.
And he's pretty close to the basket.
He looked, well into circle one. Legee. Ooh, very inside.
Oh, and that is
inside.
a wall. Look at that. It's just a protected wall.
Gosh, why
Gotta
not go
be-
throw that high route, Zoe?
I know.
No trees up there to hit.
You know, it's a bit of a mental game on that tee pad.
I guess it is. Oh, Charlie showing you the nice low line, keeping it tight,
Low play with overstable.
but also kept it clean, which Cooper did not. Hopefully Cooper can keep the second shot clean. Forehand roller.
Looks like a get out of trouble shot.
Oh, keep working, keep working. It's a long putt. Yes, that's what it is. Legee to save par.
Oh, man, that looked good the whole way. Tried to scramble it in, but he's going to have a bogey.
Bell for two. Likely needs this to maintain a share of the lead. DiBattista very close.
A very focused putter face out of Matt Bell, and he knows how important it is to keep up.
Great make. Goodpasture to stay one behind the leaders. Ooh, circle two make there, dude.
Also very clutch.
Yeah. He kind of does that sideways step, actually.
Yeah,
That was interesting.
I did see that,
Yeah,
actually. I
he
was
stepped,
looking
but
at
I don't
that.
think he stepped forward.
It's like a side follow through, which
Yeah.
is always a safe one,
Yeah.
even if you're in question or not.
DiBattista to maintain that share of the lead.
And he does. Answered, and the action is hot. We've got a tie for the lead, separating one stroke into third place, going into 18. That's what you want to see. Big putts like this.
Firing home that jumper from Matt Bell. One of the best in the business in that regard.
That's right. I feel like putting against some of the local best in the business as well.
We've been watching it. That's for certain. 18.
This is a hole I will always remember. One of the most lovely, inviting woods fairways. Grass all throughout it. I mean, the forest floor is, you could camp on this, lay down, take a nap, but really throw a disc. And it's nice and wide, shaped on a left and a right-hand side fairway there. Just to curl around and have a basket nicely placed on a side hill right next to the clubhouse. It's a beautiful finishing hole, and every great distance drive is going to be rewarded.
Cool. Knocks before 18 from the crew.
Sea Coast crew, what up, boys? Thanks for coming out.
Thanks, Charlie. I always like when they
Cameraman as
acknowledge us. We're people too. Matt Bell.
Look how pretty that is.
Unbelievable.
Yes, sir. And to watch
Oh.
your disc fly up there. It went a little off to the right there, but I think that Matt's still got an alley.
Okay. DiBattista. Ooh, needs to get lucky. I think that did get lucky.
Yeah, that tree catch could have been a good thing.
Yeah. Goodpasture. Ooh, off the left. Needs to hustle right. Doesn't do it quite in. Oh,
Oh, my.
what? That's like rolling up the fairway too.
Okay.
That
Charlie
is
says, okay.
one of the craziest reactions I've ever seen, no doubt.
Rolling 30, 40 feet onto the fairway and up the
Uphill.
fairway. Uphill. Yes, good point. Legee has fallen off the pace recently.
Huge sidearm, flipping it up the hill.
In the fairway nicely.
And yeah, he's in the fairway.
Looks Looks like Pavo going to give us a look at the pin around the corner. There it is. Legee throwing 2. Underturned on that one, Zoe, and he's found the woods. Hopefully an easy up and down for the par. Swinging over to Goodpasture, throwing 2.
And this needs to get left for him.
Just in time.
And ricochets off the wall.
That's close, right?
Yeah, there's a putt. That's like a kind of a tap in.
Yeah.
He's happy. He's smiling.
There's a birdie finish. And maybe a share of the lead, depending how this goes for DiBattista and Bell. DiBattista first with those second shots. Ooh, leaves it a little wide.
There's some work to do there with the uphill putt.
Yeah. Curious where Bell got to. Ooh, farther, but not the position you want.
It's got to shape a touch shot here. Oh, it peels out into the woods.
Par, best case now. Let's hope it didn't get too deep. I think we're going to have a 3-way tie going into our final round, Zoe.
Just thinking that myself. Goodpasture's knowing he's got to tap in and feeling like he's in better position than ever now.
Yeah, that was a great out by Bell.
Yeah.
I impressed. Legee, about the same position, it looks like. Oh, I think he found something on the way out, unfortunately. He did.
Oh, no.
Ugh. Great effort not to be there.
At least it sat nicely instead of stand up there.
DiBattista for birdie in the outright lead. Oh,
Such an important putt right there.
off the band.
Sat right below it.
Goodpasture. Sure, the lead thanks to that birdie putt. 1 round to play.
Shaking things up
Love
on
it.
18's
Yeah.
green.
We've been seeing stroke swings all over the place in this course, Zoe.
I mean,
Makes for great
how
action.
could we not?
Yeah.
Yeah, bittersweet.
Legee cleans up the bogey there. I imagine we'll be losing Cooper for tomorrow. Curious who will pick up. Bell, the par, will maintain his share of the lead. 1 to play. Same for DiBattista.
Wow. I loved it. The course that really separates strokes. And if you're on, you're on. You're going to stay on. If you're off, you are going to bleed strokes to this course.
It is very true. Tough but fair.
Huge shout out to ThoughtSpace and Mass Landing, LL being our title sponsors for this event, and Central Coast for coming up to capture the action.
The boys did great work out there. We'll pick it up Ozalans again for our final round.
Oz climbs back up. This is good news. Join us for the 3rd round, everybody.
Thanks for watching this one, guys. We'll catch you there.